Good morning, tangerines. Welcome to another episode of Sunday. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Morning Tangents with a couple of tan.
And gents.
That gentleman is Danny. I am my gentleman is Jason.
It
It
Is
works.
that what you call him?
Myself?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you
Okay.
for joining us this morning. Long time no talk. First time, long time. We've been gone for a little bit, Danny. Plans. I'm gonna blame my wisdom tooth if Diana's listening to this. She's so over it. But I had my wisdom tooth extracted a couple weeks ago, so that weekend I was like, no, there's no way I'm gonna record. And then last weekend things just didn't work out for you and I. But we're here.
Whoa. You didn't tell me you got your wisdom tooth out?
Wow. You say you were going to.
But I didn't tell you when.
Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't be like, okay, Jason has his wisdom tooth out, so it's gonna be out for a couple weeks.
Instead,
That would have been
Instead, you were like, "Fucking Jason, not talking to me. Doesn't want to record."
Yeah.
yeah. That's fair.
yes.
That's fair. Lack of communication in our company here. SMT LLC.
Yeah, with our I wonder if our media manager is actually
Awake.
posting.
No, she's awake, but
No.
I wonder if she's.
So apologies for that. You and I talked about it, Danny.
I know, but I didn't know when. You say you haven't set up the time.
No, because I've known
Because you-
this since March. It was gonna be that day.
Well, Jason, I didn't know.
That's okay.
If I'm lying, I try not to.
I believe you.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you. No rifts among this company. Do you think you and I would be good partners? Like if we were actually had a company and money was actually involved?
Jason, I will look. I'm not. You and I are almost similar to the fact that we don't care who gets more money and who doesn't.
I want more.
Okay, then this is short.
Just kidding.
Nah. I think we both will be fine.
I think so,
You'll be
too.
like, I'll be like, Danny, no. Just take the 10%. Just take the 2%. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine with my 75%. And I'll be like, Jason, no. Okay, how about this, Jason? We do 0.5% each. And
That
you'd be like,
makes sense.
are you sure? Okay, fine.
50-50 for everything. Even if you were to do
Yeah.
like your own, like somebody's like, I want Danny on with me, but I don't want Jason. We still do 50-50, and then vice versa. Like I do the show.
Yeah.
I give you 50% of that.
You
I
and
like it.
I don't think. Yeah, you and I would never fight. I can see it in the future right now.
I don't know if that's true.
Knock on wood.
I don't know if that's true. We're fighting right now.
You know.
You don't think so? I feel
No.
like we would.
God damn.
I forgot
I
I was
was
wearing
gonna-
this.
I was gonna say, may the fourth be with you guys.
Yes, go Cavs.
You know, and then you come up with the Caps because today's the playoff of the Caps, right? Today's the last game. Is it the
No.
last game?
No, we'll go over it in a second. But you came with your Darth Maul shirt. We
Darth
obviously
Maul,
have
and I'm
different agendas.
like, let's
Toothpick?
start dueling.
Those
Let's start
chopsticks?
Dueling.
Shout out to Haiti. She gave me this for my birthday.
Are those
They're
chopsticks? Oh, yeah.
lightsabers, yeah. And you gave me the umbrella
Yes.
lightsaber.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna open it here because bad luck.
Bad luck. That's 100%
Yeah.
true, Danny. I'm so glad you caught yourself on that one. I was about to say pull
Yeah.
it out, but don't. Don't also.
Wait, pull it
don't.
out.
Don't.
Oh.
We both
Okay.
obviously came with different agendas. It just goes to the chemistry that you and I have, what wavelengths we're on. I didn't realize it was May 4th, if I'm being honest with you. What do you think is more important to you, Danny? Cinco de Mayo or
May the 4th?
May the 4th. Yeah. We're not Mexican, so.
We're not Mexicans, and also May the 4th is May the 5th. Cinco de Mayo. It's more popular with May the 5th. With the Americans. Hey, they make it fun though. There's usually here in Portland they do a whole festival thing. It's like a big deal.
Nope, gonna keep that one to myself. But yes, today, Danny, is game one of round two of the Eastern Conference playoffs against the Pacers. We're in Cleveland.
Oh, they got it. They got it. Against the Pacers.
Pacers are a little scary. The thing is, Danny, we're getting some competition in these first two. Well, I mean, we swept the Heat pretty badly, but Heat are a pesky team. They're a pesky team. They're not to be trifled with. I'm glad we swept them. Really showed growth in the team. But the Pacers are going to be tricky. They are fast and they are very streaky. So if they get hot, they're going to get real hot. So they're a scary team. I don't think it's not going to be easy. It ain't going to be
Jason,
easy.
can I tell you what I know so far? I know the Lakers are off.
That's right.
That's all I know. The Lakers got swept by
Not swept.
well, kind of.
It was a gentleman's sweep, is what they call it. It was 4-1.
Okay, yeah. Oh.
They call it a gentleman's sweep.
And people thought they were gonna take the whole kingdom.
Not yet.
With you.
With Luka.
Uh-huh.
Not yet, Danny. Not yet. This offseason, they're gonna have to get a lot of things to help out Luka, and I think they will.
But hey,
but we're not here to talk about basketball.
No.
That's not what you're here for, Danny. You have to.
No, Jason. No. I'm here to talk about. What do you want to talk about?
We're here for May the 4th. I'm looking at my Star Wars corner, and I was gonna go up and grab some stuff. I'm not going to. I don't feel like reaching up there. Did you watch Revenge of the Sith in theaters? You did. I always forget how bad the writing is in that movie.
Oh no, Jason. Let me tell you. This is why
so bad.
This is why I had to tell people, just to defend a little bit. The writing. George Lucas, he's a mastermind of this. Okay. So all I have to say that I tell them it's a telenovela.
Mm-hmm.
It's a telenovela with high production.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. What do you think of a telenovela? Yeah.
Semi-high.
I mean,
some of
okay,
those green
semi-high.
screens. For the time it was good.
Yeah,
Some of the green screens was like, what are we doing here?
I took my brother-in-law after work, and then he's like, "Let's go," and I'll pay the ticket, and we got ciders. It was like at 10:30. It was like with my other friend.
Hell yeah.
And he never seen a Star Wars movie. He doesn't care about Star Wars at all. And it was fine. It actually was pretty fine. I thought it was pretty fun.
It was. I had such a good time. Oh, sorry, Dan. I thought you were done.
Go ahead.
No, please. You. It was your story.
Oh, he was saying like the CGI wasn't as bad as what I thought. No, it's not that bad for the time.
2005.
But he was making fun of.
You can't make fun of that. That's perfect.
And I'm like, that's how it is. But it is pretty funny when he says it right there.
Nah, that's perfect.
Legit.
No, it's perfect. I love it.
You were supposed to join. I love that scene though. You're supposed to join this. No, you're supposed to destroy the Sith.
Not join.
Not join them.
I love that.
Oh my God, Jason, it was really fun. It was really fun. Drinking in a theater is not that bad.
I remember this one. I forgot what movie we went to go watch, but we were there kind of early-ish. There was a family. They were all drinking. It was like 5 different family members, and the gentleman who was drinking, he had to go pee like 3 times. And I remember thinking, that's why you don't drink before.
No, you don't drink before. If you drink, just drink one. I drink the cider, which is fine. Just a cider. Yeah. Just go get one yourself from some of the store. Just sneak it in. That's it.
Oh.
I don't pay the cider inside the
theater,
Jason. The hell? What do you think?
My bad. Yeah.
What you thought, Jason?
I thought it was great. I mean, obviously, I've seen Revenge. I was telling Diana, I think I've seen Revenge of the Sith the most. It was my most watched Star Wars thing.
I think everybody has.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Maybe a lot in our demographic, but I think it's the one I've watched the most, and it's great, especially with all the Clone Wars context.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was telling them I couldn't explain to you how much content there is now, especially there's magic in Star Wars. People forget that there's magic in Star Wars, and they're like, "What?" You know?
Night Sisters.
But it's great. I have fun.
It was great. But I feel like they could have. I feel like they could have done it, like remastered it a little bit more.
But I'm surprised they've been touching everything else, but
Yeah.
I guess George Lucas was the one in charge of doing that. So maybe they're like, no, we're gonna keep it how it is. And they made so much money.
Of course, it's all about the money. Did you get a popcorn
Almost
bucket?
no. They didn't have it when I went. It was like Tuesday, which by the way I don't get it. Why can't they have it the whole week? But again, because of Thunderbolts.
Oh.
Yeah, and Marvel is like, no, Disney, come on, bro.
Or they could have just ran out. Those
I don't
popcorn
get
buckets
it.
ran out. I don't know.
No, but they could have the whole movie and all the way to today.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see.
Yeah, because they only had it for like 4 or 5 days.
That's probably more of like, enjoy for the 2 weeks that it's in. That's running in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Money, Danny. You know money. They're like, we don't want to pay for it to be out there another 3 weeks and compete with Thunderbolts and.
They're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep doing
anniversaries.
Jason. Oh, Jason, they made so much money.
Did
They made so much money.
I didn't see what they did.
They almost made 1 billion. They made, I think, the last time I checked,
Gross wise was 900 million.
Did you watch the
900? No, I haven't seen it.
Just wondering.
Did you?
No, I didn't watch it. No.
Denise wants to watch it.
I've never ever played Minecraft.
I played a little bit on it. It's boring.
I never. It looks fun.
No, it's boring, Jason. Look, everybody else who plays Minecraft is amazing.
I used to play Minecraft when it came out. I remember because my friends like, "There's this game came out. It's really cool."
Oh my god, I tried it out.
Is there better graphics on this?
Leo says the movie is so good. Well, I think that's also not your type of game, Danny. Because remember when we were trying to do our Fortnite Lego farm?
I hate those games like that, dude.
Yeah, you hated that. Was
They're
fun.
So boring. You know what happened when I joined Denise and Christian? When I joined them, I'm just standing there because I don't know what to do. They're like, "Can you give me this, Christian, the obsidian rock, so I can make the pickaxe with the elemental force, so we can do this?" And I'm, guys, what can I do? Oh, Danny, just go pick up some of the things over there.
It's because all you want to do is go out and fight the whatever's out there.
It's boring, and then I die, and I'm like, guys, I'm over here, 15 miles away. Danny, you're too far away. We can go get you.
You always go off too far. That's just your thing. See, it looks like you had fun. And then he says you're right.
No, it's not fun, Jason. I just like, all right, I don't want to play this shit no more.
Leo says when I watched it, everyone screamed. I don't know if that's my environment.
What?
In a theater. I think I'm too old for that now.
Jason, stop saying you're too old. If you're saying too old, that means you're old. You're not old, Jason.
No, I'm too old for that.
Oh, Jason, you can still scream.
On January 3rd.
Oh, because I was starting to go to the chat, and I was watching videos about police officers.
I think I'm too old for that. When I go to a theater, Danny, do you know how annoyed I get? And this isn't a shot at anyone in particular right now. So if you if you use your phone during the movie, like you're in a movie theater, I'm gonna judge you.
Oh no, that I do get that.
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
And I hate that I get so distracted by it too, though. Like I know part of it is on me because as soon as I see the little light flicker on of someone on their phone, I just want to throw something at them, just to get their attention and be like,
you can. What's the worst that can happen? You die.
You never know, dude. People are crazy these days. They might.
You're not
I
gonna
heard
die.
somebody got stabbed because they got in a fight in the theater. I was reading an article about it. Somebody got stabbed. They were fighting. I forgot. I don't know what they were fighting about, but they got stabbed.
You'll be fine, Jason.
People are crazy. Anyways,
Look,
we
talking about wait the fourth. You were saying. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I just think I'm too old to be throwing stuff around like that because it's just not in me. I can't. I'm there to sit down and watch the movie, and I'm sorry.
I get it.
I'm sorry. I don't like that I'm like this.
I get it, Jason. Like one of my best moments. I told you already. Talked about this. The first Avenger movie. The theater was full. This is the second day they came out, and we were like, as soon as all the Avengers got assembled, we were like, yeah. It was pretty fun, dude. The whole theater was going, yeah. You know.
Then somebody said something, and then you missed the line.
Yeah, you can watch it later. It's fine.
Like I said, Danny, I'm a little old sourpuss about that. I forgot which movie we went to. I think we might have gone to watch Star Wars. I don't remember which one it was, but it was one of the more recent ones.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there were people screaming, and I was so annoyed because I was like, I don't know what he fucking said now. I think it was the last one. I think it was, what is that one called? What is the last one called?
The last one was called Star Wars
Rise of the Skywalkers.
Rise
of the Skywalker.
She's not Skywalker, okay?
In spirit, she is.
She's literally, biologically, none of it Skywalker. She's a Palpatine.
In spirit, but Danny.
She's a Palpatine.
You know, one of my favorite.
Spoilers. She's a Palpatine.
One of my favorite movie, what do you call them? Themes are what do you call it? Shoot, like non-blooded family. Like family that is,
okay. Just by the because you spent too much. I get it. Okay.
There's a really beautiful movie, Japanese movie called Shoplifters. Perfect movie about a family. What is it called? There's something in my head where it's like
adopted.
No, they weren't adopted either. There was just like whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dwell on it.
Kind of like Brothers. What's a movie called with Mark Wahlberg? And then they're like
the Four Brothers.
What's it called? The Four Brothers. Yeah. Is that what it's called? The Four Brothers.
The Four Brothers. Yeah, with Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that. Like they'll owe the bond, but they make it all brothers.
Remember, spoilers alert: the youngest brother dies. He gets shot because he wants to be all cool with his four brothers. I remember that movie. I think they were. I think some of them were adopted or a couple. Anyways, kind of. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
we'll go with that. But yeah, Shoplifters. I highly recommend.
Shoplifters.
The movie's about. Let me tell you what that movie's about, Daddy. May the fourth be with you. That movie's about. I'm not gonna tell you. It's about shoplifters. That's it.
What does unfamiliar? Okay.
By the way,
okay.
I watched this other movie last night called The Host, a Bong Joon-ho movie.
Oh, yes. I saved that movie already because I want to watch it.
That's a great movie. That is a really great monster movie.
Okay.
Like, I was always staying away from it because the poster threw me off. It looked like a sci-fi channel
Is this
movie.
Is this the one with the girls?
No.
Okay, this one with the girls. That's the one I was like thinking.
No. It's the one with the guy with the dad from Parasite. But anyways, it's a Korean movie.
Okay.
It's a Korean movie. It was really great. May the fourth be with you. Denise says, "May the fourth be with you."
She's been doing that since the morning. I told her they'll never do that.
It's funny. I love it.
No.
I love it.
No. See, Trekkies, they're not welcome here.
No, that's not true.
No, Trekkies. Look. I used to watch Star Trek. All right.
Okay.
I used to watch Star Trek.
Which one? The Next Generation.
Next Generation. That's the one everybody grew up in my age.
Oh, really? That was just the first one that came in my head.
That's the 90s, dude. That was the 90s, dude. I used to watch it because some of the story was pretty cool. Not gonna lie,
Mm-hmm.
It didn't tickle my tinkle.
Didn't tickle my tinkle. But you said you used to watch it.
It didn't tickle my pickle.
There you go. That's the one. But you said you watched it.
I watched it, but I wasn't like obsessed. I didn't become a Trekkie because of it.
People are so obsessed. Like, Star Trek fans are bigger Star Trek fans than Star Wars fans are Star Wars fans. You know what I mean?
Bigger. Say it again.
Star Trek fans are bigger Star Trek fans, and Star Wars fans are Star Wars fans. There's a better
for
way to
sure.
phrase that. But you know,
Yeah. No, for
it's
sure.
6 a.m. I haven't ate breakfast. It's really early, so
Yeah, no, don't worry.
yeah.
I can see. Look, I'm excited to see them in Comic-Con because I know they show the clubs. So there's clubs for anything. I'm assuming, right? Like
What do
people
you
are
mean?
promoting their clubs. Like for example, Star Wars, that the people who want to dress up like the Mandalorians, they have like the Mandalorian clubs.
What do you mean clubs? Like
Like clubs.
like
No. Talk about like join a club.
oh, I don't know. No, they're not really
They
people
do.
promoting their clubs at Comic Con.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
I saw a video from last year apparently, but this isn't the section you probably didn't go to. But they have
Okay.
like all the clubs all around, and you can go in them and talk to them and join and like, hey, I want to
Oh.
join this. Yeah, damn, that big? Is Comic Con that big? God damn it!
Comic Con's huge.
Damn.
Yeah. It's huge. It's huge. But now that we're talking about the fans, this is gonna be May the 4th episode, Be With You episode. Star Wars fans suck.
Oh, 100%.
I don't like
I'm
them.
one of them.
I
I'm
don't-
one of them.
I don't like them. I saw someone else talking about how Star Wars fans are just never going to be satisfied with whatever they get because they're going to go and complain about everything is just Skywalker saga. And then they come out with the Skeleton Crew, and it's nothing about the Skywalker saga, and it's fun, and it's that kid-like energy that people have been wanting, where we just want a fun Star Wars. And then they come with Skeleton Crew, and nobody watches it.
Jason, we got Obi-Wan. All right. That whole scene at the end of that whole scene had to be one of the best scenes in all Star Wars.
That whole series, Danny, the Obi-Wan series, is just fan service.
And people didn't give a many. People are not talking about it.
No,
People are not talking about that.
Well, it wasn't a great series.
It wasn't, but there was great parts to it.
There were.
I'm like, look at episode 2. It wasn't a great movie, but there's great scenes in it.
Attack of the Clones.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I dislike that one the most. There's just so little that I like about it, and in Phantom Menace, there's a lot that I don't like, there's a lot that I do like.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more that I like in Phantom Menace than I like in Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones.
Look,
what do we got? We got them rolling around in the grass.
Attack of the Clones. We'd have the Jango Fett whole thing.
That's how Boba Fett laughs.
And then we have okay, the fight, and then how the whole clones come together and start fighting like a unit.
Introduction of the clones.
Introductions of the clones, they're just badass. They're just complete badass.
Well, we don't really get that from the movie though.
No, but
we get it from the show. Also, we get it from Clone Wars.
And then you Count Dooku.
Count Dooku, okay, but then we get the best Count Dooku in Tales of the Sith.
Tales of the Sith, because on Count Dooku on the last episode, I told
my God,
my brother-in-law, I told him, like, dude, he's like supposed to be one of the best Jedi's ever. Not like he's actually a really good Jedi and good fighter, and to die like that really quickly, I just showed you. I guess they want to show how powerful Anakin has become, but still. Put a little more fight, sir.
That's the biggest issue that I think Revenge of the Sith has, is that I'm gonna give George Lucas the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I think he wants, which you know what, I'm gonna revoke the benefit of the doubt that I just gave him. I gave it to him. I'm taking it away, because I think he wants us all to just believe on what he said, of Anakin deserves this, that he's super strong, that he's justified on why he's being so jealous about Padme. He wants us to assume all this. And then Dave Filoni comes around and he's like, Georgie, sit down. I'm gonna do what you couldn't, and explain everything.
And he did. And he did. And he's doing it. And he's doing it right now. That's the thing about him. The people realize it, that he gave us Anakin. He's playing more Anakin than George Lucas. His own creation. He's like, which is good. That means Jason, that tells you, like, it's really hard to have a story and to create a story just by yourself.
Oh yeah.
Because you can only see it one way. You need somebody else to come to you and, like, who loves the passion that the creation you have done,
You okay? Everything okay over there? House burned down.
What happened? The niece is getting on fire over there, I think. I don't know, but look, Dave Filoni, like right now, the new stuff I would say for new, like Leo, I want the new generation to watch Star Wars because not many people are doing it. Not many kids are into it. They're like, nah, I don't want to watch Star Wars. People are like, nah, Star Wars is just fucking boring. And I'm like, it's because you have watched the old school movies and had no context. And that, yes, they're boring. I'm pretty sure back then it was really hard to get into. But now there's so much context. There's so much shows that you can watch. Andor. If you don't know care about Star Wars, at least watch Andor. Which right now Andor is a little boring right now.
Oh, I do.
Oh, get it.
Sorry.
Get it? No, tell me.
no, keep going, please.
No, tell me about Andor.
No, nothing. I just my reaction was it's not boring, Danny.
No, it's not boring, but I do want the mix of course the story what makes that show great. What progressing the story and what's going on with the whole spy section, and I get it, Jason. But I also want to see a little bit like, okay, come on, there was some great fucking things that were going on. The annual episode of season 1. I get it, but
they just skipped through all that though. There was just
what's going on? What's in the circus? What happened to him?
Well, we know what happened to him.
I mean, but still,
we know what happened.
I know there's still more to it. I know there's a couple more episodes.
There's just 3 episodes left. So it's kind of interesting the way they did this, Danny, because basically all of the series, the Star Wars series, they always had this trope, the way they were releasing things, the way they told their story. 9 episodes or 12, whatever it was. Mm-hmm. It's very obvious the first act, which is all setup, a lot of boring setup. Like all these shows, I don't think any of them have been that good with the Star Wars shows, aside from Andor and Ahsoka. But with Ahsoka, you need all the context of Star Wars Rebels.
You have to watch Rebels and Clone Wars.
But with all these shows, it's always 3 or 4 episodes of setup. That's kind of boring. The middle, oh, this is a little entertaining. And then towards the end, they just wrap it up so fast, and it's just like, what just happened? And you can see, I like what they're doing this time around, Danny, because those first 3 episodes, they're releasing 3 episodes a week. Those first 3 episodes, I was like, I'm not really sure I'm keeping up with what's going on here. What is with him being on this planet for so long? What was the point of that? And I still don't know what the point of that was, Danny.
To be honest, Jason, it felt like somebody watched. You know how you ever read the book The Firefly?
Lord of the Fireflies?
Lord of the Fireflies, yes.
No, never read it.
But you know what it is about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much where you're in an island, they're stuck in an island, and then people are starting to divide, or they're about kids.
Yeah.
Anyways, that felt to me like that, where they were like getting hungry, they need to escape, and they were just started going at each other. And we see how the Andor Diego Luna's character was becoming like, oh, let me fucking use this to be able to escape, to put a little, like to watch your mouth, to be like become like angry to each other instead of me. Or
now that you say it a little bit, you talk it through a little bit, it kind of makes me think that the purpose of those people in general were how little the rebellion is actually in communication with each other, and how the effect of the Empire on those type of planets. But I don't think, anyways, that I'll give it to you. I was a little bit like, all right, let's move on. Like at some point we got to move on from this. But this new 3 episodes, Danny, I thought were great. I thought those were awesome.
Like I said, now that I am enjoying it. I'm still enjoying it. I just want a little bit what's going on, what would happen with the last, and I get it. It's my, I want to. This is different, which I'm fine. Which I'm cool that they went more adulty. Because they were, with the fact that they, and the second one where she almost got, molested by the officer. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. More adult themes is what you're saying.
Yeah. and with the character, what's his Skyguard? What's his name? The actor?
Oh,
The one who's
Stellan.
in Stellan Skyguard, right?
Luther.
Luthen. I like his character a lot. He's like don't fuck with me. I'm gonna fuck the Empire. I want to know more about why made him go to become like that, because he seems like I don't give a shit of what your little problems have. You better go get the mission, get it done.
We're not gonna find out though, because these next 3 episodes are the last 3 episodes of the series.
I know.
And they say like completely the series finale, but they say it's supposed to lead into Rogue One really well, which makes me think what's gonna happen to what's her name, Kix, Bricks,
which one is that one?
Bix.
Oh,
Andor's girlfriend.
The girlfriend, and also
because this guy falls in love with or something with the character from Rogue One. So it's like, what happened
which
to
is
Bix?
gonna make him, which is gonna make him.
We'll see what happens.
I thought she was gonna commit suicide, to be honest.
I thought so too. I thought she was done for.
Right. The drop.
Yeah.
Spoilers alert. To this shit.
Spoilers.
Listen to people who are listening to this shit. They're like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
Andor is a great show. But
all right, Jason.
I can see why you think it's boring, because it does get more adult themed, and it's also trying to build a parallel with current political situations and fascism and that sort of thing. So it's obviously pulling from that and trying to have a message more than just this is intergalactic Star Wars. And by the way, Saw Gerrera. Whoa!
Wait,
like
they did CGI?
I don't know. He looks thinner, right?
Yes.
Is that what you're thinking? Okay.
Yes.
He looks a lot thinner.
If they did CGI, then damn, this is fucking progressing.
Oh.
The whole.
But the CGI in this show is amazing.
Oh no!
It is movie level CGI.
You cannot see sometimes like if that's real.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? It was really good.
But Saw Gerrera, I was like, I know this. He's a radical, but he's like not, in Rogue One. I don't even think it was this.
He wasn't even that bad. But I think he was older.
Yeah, but I mean, just a little bit, right?
Just a little. It wasn't that much. Yeah, you're right.
But Rogue and like in Rebels, or I think he was little bit in Rebels, mainly in Clone Wars. Yeah. Like you could see why he becomes the way he becomes. And then in this one, he talks about his sister in that episode, and I was like, oh wow, basically one of the main inspirations on why he's such a radical. Go watch.
That's the thing. That's why now him and then Luthen.
I want to say Luthen.
All right, both of them are like, we don't give a shit. We're gonna get this rebel done. We're gonna get this rebellion done. But that's how the Empire was so fucking precise on getting these people down, like because the Empire was ruling for what 57 years or something like that, like 50 years.
Like
they were there for a while.
At this point, from where we're at in Andor.
Yeah, no, but just in general.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. I'm honestly, I get lost in the timelines.
But what I like to say, Jason, so people are like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" and just leave us not hear us at all. What would be your recommendation for Star Wars? Okay, because for somebody who's like to start Star Wars, it can be really difficult. But I just feel like I enjoy Star Wars so much that it's fun.
Honestly, Danny, I just watch the movies I would watch the movies in probably chronological order, not release order.
Not release order?
Not release order. Just because if you really don't know what's going on in Star Wars, then you find out about Darth Vader, then it's a little more exciting.
Well, I was wrong, by the way. It was 23 years, almost 24 years.
That's not that bad.
I thought it was more. No.
But then if you get really into Star Wars, that's when I'll be like, okay, now go watch Clone Wars. But watch the movie. I would say watch the movies first. Because if you watch Rogue One, if you watch those one-offs, I don't think it's a good... Well, it's tough to say, but it's not going to be like... If you watch Rogue One first, and then you watch the others, it's going to be like, wow, these movies are not what I was expecting. Because the Skywalker movies are... They're what they are. They could be campy. They could be a little. They're very sci-fi. And then Rogue One is a lot more grounded.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. My only thing that they're gonna be like, oh, it's just boring. But then once you start watching the context of what, like the shows, that's when they started like, oh, okay, like Ahsoka, you can watch Ahsoka just like that. It will be really hard to really enjoy as much as we did with the whole context of Ahsoka. Great show though, great fights. I mean, great story. To be honest,
Yeah, it's just not a good standalone. Like you can't watch
No,
that
it's
by
not.
yourself.
No,
But I have
you can't.
seen some people that criticize Rosario Dawson, but I think it's more of a writing
acting part?
situation. No, because I've seen them criticize that she doesn't really bring the energy that Ahsoka brings. But
He's an older Ahsoka.
yeah, and I think
She's
a
a
lot of that
master Jedi.
energy was in. Well, she's not a master Jedi.
I mean, you know, if it was technically, she would be a master. There's no Jedi Jason at that time right now, so it's like Master Jedi Luke. Who named him Master Jedi Luke? There's no console.
That's true.
So at that point, if you have a Padawan, that makes you a master.
Right. Technically,
So,
you
yeah.
had one. Ray
Yeah,
Skywalker.
yeah.
But honestly, if they watch the movie, you say
It was
if they
Kylo
watch
Ren.
if they watch the movies, and they find them boring, I think Star Wars just isn't for everyone, and
Yeah,
we need to be
that's
okay with
true.
it. Danny. No, it's not even sad.
I
It's just,
I try with Denise. You know, I try.
it's just not for everyone. It's fine.
I try. And then I talk about Lord of the Rings, and it's like, oh my god, no. I'm like, okay, all right, let's just stop there then.
She's just wrong on
That's
that
not-
one. Denny's just completely wrong on that one.
That's what I said. Jesus Christ.
But I think I've met more people who weren't Star Wars fans than Star Wars fans. Because a lot of people are like, yeah, I've seen the movies. They're okay. I'm not a Star Wars fan, though. And I'm like, oh, okay. They've seen it. That's all we could do.
George Lucas created something, even though this people are saying this copy from Dune. Some parts from copy from Dune from his main story.
He
I mean,
copied
that's
a lot.
what it is.
He copied a lot from a lot, though. Like he
Yeah,
did copy from Dune. He copied. He did copied a lot from Kurosawa as well, on
Oh yeah.
storytelling. Yeah, he was like almost publicly known to have mimicked a lot of what others did and created what he created.
But it worked.
It did.
It worked. It worked. So now, I mean,
Look at us now. May the 4th be with you.
What? Okay, Jason. Just to before we end this, I don't know if we end. What time we ended it?
I don't know how much time we have left.
What's your best?
Moments of Star Wars. Cause I have a couple.
One, I forget which episode, what season, what episode. I think it's season 3 of Clone Wars when they get to the planet that I'm now forgetting the name of, where it is the father, the son, and the daughter. That arc is what I think what I like the most from Star Wars is when we're talking about Jedi and Sith, the gray, and what it all means, and how Anakin's battling with it and his progression. It's really fun to see Revenge of the Sith, how he turns from who he is into just straight up Sith. If you just watch the movie, then it's like, well, that was fast. Okay, I guess you wanted to save Padme, and that's the reason. But then when you see him struggling and battling with it throughout Clone Wars, it's like, oh shit. Like this means a lot to not only him and Padme, but Obi-Wan and Ahsoka. You forget about Ahsoka. Then the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars, where it's just Ahsoka going through it. Then remember when she's standing in the, or when Darth Vader's standing in the snow, where Ahsoka's ship crash landed.
Oh yeah, is she just there?
That was good stuff. No, she's not there. She's not there. He thinks she died.
He
thinks she died, and then we see them in Rebels, where he's like, "Oh my god, she's alive," and then she's just running at him with her lightsabers. Yeah, that one's one of them. What about you?
No, that was. But for people to know that the father, the son, and the daughter,
are what, like they're like supposed to be like the first what? They're like the main gods pretty much of what how we see the Force.
Yeah, the son's like the Sith, the dark side, and then the
The
daughter's
dark.
the light side. But it's like the true
Yeah.
light and the true dark, and the dad's
But people
supposed to
don't
be like,
realize about the mother. The mother was a somebody who was a doctor who was kind of like their. I think it was, for I remember, she was kind of like the servant or something like that. But she loved them so much, and they're like, oh, that she's actually really nice, and she was really strong with the Force, and with her, her name is Lilith. I think her name is Lilith, pretty much, and she just became the mother. So it was the father, the son, the daughter, and the mother. But the mother became like erratically like chaos because she took both sides. She loved and hate at the same time so much. So she got chaos into her, and she became like unstoppable force of just pure chaos. That's why they talk about a little bit. I think I don't know where, but about how she's hate, and that's why we think Ahsoka Baelith is trying to resurrect or trying to they prison her like in a one of the like the worst not the worst, I don't know what they call it, but they imprison her some in a dark hole, and I guess that's what people think the Baelish is in Ahsoka is trying to release Lilith from that to bring balance. He says balance to this to end the Sith and end the Jedi.
it's good stuff.
I think that's why I think it's going on with Ahsoka with this whole new thing. But
We do see the owl,
yeah,
so they're gonna bring up some of it. They'll talk about some of
yeah.
that, and then
Yeah.
I can't swim. It's another great Star Wars moment.
Yeah.
Andor. That was heartbreaking.
That's pretty good, Jason. That's pretty good. I like yours a lot because I kind of forgot about that part. And you're right. It's so important. It's literally important to the whole series overall.
Yeah.
And it was introduced only in a kids show.
Yeah.
People don't realize it was in a kids show about how Anakin was struggling to that, and the whole people don't know. People just see Star Wars. Oh, this is just Star Wars. No, there's more to it. There's the what's it called? The world what they go in between.
I think it's literally called the road, the in between
In-between?
road or something like that. The road in between.
Which is it's a space in it's like space and time together. I can't really
It
explain.
was something like that. You know, it's some interstellar type of shit.
Where that's where we think the Force, because to me one of the things about it is like little things that you don't see in the movies, but in the show it's the magic, like the whole it explains it more. But you do have to watch Clone
Because of
Wars
the
in
Night
Rebels.
Sisters and that whole
Yeah,
arc,
the
which
Night
was
Sisters,
also really
yeah.
good, and with Maul and I forget what the planet's called.
I think
Maul
he's
and
bro-
Savage,
Savage, yeah.
Savage, and their whole thing in the Night Sisters.
Yeah. But
There's so much
alright,
good.
well,
The Clone Wars probably has the most good Star Wars stuff.
it does.
But
And
then it
nobody's
also
gonna see it
has
or not.
it also has like some of the most boring Star Wars stuff.
The droids.
The droids episodes and Jar Jar Binks episodes.
Oh god.
I like the Padme episodes just because it sets up the jealousy of Anakin and like why he Obi-Wan, little baby. He's such a little baby though.
For me, I think one of my best, favorite scenes. I was gonna think of when I remember watching the movies. It was Luke, I'm your father. Well, no, he says
He says, "No, I'm your father."
no, I'm your father. And then he's like, what? And I was watching it, and I was like, what? As a kid, I was like, oh my god. That was one of them, and then that was like, oh my god, that was one of my favorite scenes. And also, and then my second one, I think, is when in the Mandalorian. Mandalorian, when the Mandalorian's getting chased down by those the black robots, and he's cornered.
Oh.
And then you see an ex-Y fighter coming in, and I'm like, whoa, who's that? Like, what the hell is that? And then he's in with a black coat, and this fucking Master Jedi Luke motherfucker comes in, and he just destroys the whole,
You're talking about the
that whole
little
unit.
Lego set that you got me for my birthday.
Yes! Jason, you know how I would almost cry. Then this kid, I don't even lie. I almost cry watching that scene, dude. I almost cry watching the scene. Yes.
Hello.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I need to
Hello.
get one. I need to get that. I don't know why I didn't get it for myself, but that's one of my favorite scenes. That scene right there.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is because we watched those movies. We haven't seen Luke. And when we saw Luke, it was an old Luke. And he doesn't want to be a Jedi no more. Doesn't want to teach you, because I get it because of what happened. But for me, I was like, no, you were not supposed to be like that. You're not supposed to end up like that.
We didn't see it.
And I was like, no, that's not what I wanted. And I got what I wanted, from that scene, because I was like, that's what I want. I want to see the Luke that destroyed the worst, the best Jedi ever, the best Sith Lord Vader, brought balance to the whole empire.
Now,
the whole galaxy.
What if Filoni then makes a series similar to Clone Wars on justifying everything that happens in Revenge of the Sith, but he makes one justifying Luke Skywalker turning to the Gray?